Sting and Ultimate Warrior. That was their first full-time job. Was there? I was there when Dick Slater beat up Sting in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You want to hear that story?
Who beat up Sting?
Dick Slater.
Dick Slater beat up Sting. Yeah.
You never heard that story?
No.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right. 1986.
Okay.
Summer of '86. Early summer. We're in Louisiana. Sting and Warrior. You know, that was their first full-time job. They were gassed to the gills. They were called the Blade Runners, and the whole deal. And they hurt a few guys in the territory, you know. And I worked with them in Tennessee before that a lot. And, you know, I had no problem with them. I don't know, you know. But they roughed up a few guys, and they'd ruffle feathers, and you know, the guys didn't like their attitude. Watts loved them. They were big, and they were having Eddie. Eddie was managing them, Eddie Gilbert. They were like, why would you take the best worker in the territory, best heel, Eddie Gilbert, and manage two guys that can't, you know, they're green. Let's just say, be nice and say that. Jerry Jarrett and Jerry Waller paid them $300 a week, 2 weeks pay, $300 a week. Didn't finish those two for $600. They paid them to leave the territory. You listen to me?
Yes.
To leave the territory. Said they'd never make a dime in this business. They're both millionaires. So what do I know? Huh? That's what they told them. They're in Louisiana. That was the joke. Everybody was saying that, and Watts liked them, was pushing them. Well, I'm with Tommy Gilbert, DJ Peterson. You guys remember him? He was with the thing Stormtroopers or something in AWA with Del Wilkes. You know, years ago. You know what I'm talking about? He's dead now. He got hit by a truck or a train, decapitated. He did. He's dead. Died in 1993. Good dude. Good dude. So many know him. But anyway. I don't know, but do you remember Dark Journey? You guys remember her? You remember her? How old are you? You're killing me. Anyway. No, hey, seriously, Dark Journey, black girl, she was hot. She was wild. Slater, that was his woman, you know, she was his valet. He'd done the big angle with Jake, you know what I mean? Jake, they kind of finished that up. Jake was already with New York. Jake DDT'd. Back then, nobody did that. The DDT was so over, all of that and did. And then they do it around the loop, and, you know, Jake put him over, all that, blah, blah. Well, Dark Journey, she was pretty wild, let's just say.
Okay.
I think her and Sting had a little fling. Right now, that's like I said. That's
okay. So
I'm not
Sting's
backpedaling. I'm just saying that's what you
rumors
heard.
are Sting is doing something with Dick Slater's girl.
Yeah. So you kind of knew that. Everybody kind of knew that. You know,
it was like,
everybody that was kind of
knowledge.
knowledge. Dick Slater was a bad dude, man.
Right.
Bad dude. Knocked out John Matusak, big football player, beat him up, said wrestling was fake, so I'll show you how fake it was. Matusak made a move,
right.
Boom, 1-2'd him, threw him through a window at a bar, one of them tall, like tall as this ceiling right here, and punched him 3 or 4 times, put the boots and beat the fuck out of him.
Right.
Knocked him out. And John Matusak was 6'8", 325 pounds, come and found Slater the next day. Couldn't believe a man could do that to him. Stayed friends with him the day he died. That's how tough Dick Slater was, yeah. He wasn't nobody you wanted to mess with.
Dick Slater.
Bud Sawyer wasn't either. Nobody. I'd like to see when these guys called them an old man one time. Yeah. I would like to see that. Dick Murdoch, guys like you didn't mess with them, man.
Dick Slater found out that Sting and
yes, found out, and you everybody kind of knew it. So go in the dressing room. You're a young guy. Me and DJ Peterson, Carl Fergie, good guy, Tommy Gilbert all traveled together at night. Come in and look, and I noticed it right away. I'm OG. You know, he had his hands taped. Slater did. He did. I was one of the thugs, man. I still am. Fucker. But anyway, Slater and Terry Taylor were playing cards, and they were mortal enemies. They did not like each other. Terry took the book from Slater. No, this is real. So you look, you're going right away, you know that's messed up. Right. And dressing rooms didn't connect. They connected, some of them connected, but you went out different doors. Bill Watts did never go out the same door. Never.
Sure.
And a lot of times they're on the other side of the building.
Right.
Kayfabe, all the way.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what that means anymore? Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's right.
We heard about it.
But no, you see that, and then you're going, and I did to them, I looked, no, I Quinn. You know, his hands were taped. His hands were taped. Yeah. He was like, Slater was like, what the fuck? Terry was killing him in cards. Oh, yeah, they're playing Tonk. Remember that game Tonk? You know what I'm talking about? They're playing that, and then you thought, why is Slater hanging out with him? He knew something wrong. He goes, I'll be right back, man. I'll be right back. Ricky Gibson, Robert Gibson's brother, he's dead now. God bless him. He goes, Dick, everybody was like, what happened? He goes, Dickie's fucking hot. He got disrespected. Like that. And you really didn't know what was going on. All I know is Slater went around and you heard a scuffle. You heard, their dude. I think Slater went to Sting. And this is what I heard. and he says to Sting, he says, hey, he goes, I need to talk to you. He said, you know, I heard you fucked around with my girl, something like this, the other dude. And I think maybe Slater's a little abusive to her, I don't know. And Sting said something back to him and said something to the point. And Slater, I don't know if he called him an old man. I don't know if he did something to that point. I don't know what he did. He goes, step around here and I'll show you what this old man can do. When Sting came around the corner, Sting was 260, jacked,
right,
big boy. Slater was getting older, you know, but it was tough. But I heard Slater just nailed him, and Sting never saw it coming. And he beat him up, put his head in the toilet. Is that worth your TV tape time? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is that worth your tape right there? Yeah, he put his head in the fucking toilet and had him in there and flushed the toilet on
So
him.
was he knocked unconscious?
He knocked his head, he beat his ass. He said he bam, 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 just put him in the toilet. There wasn't nothing in there, but he flushed it on him. Warrior act like he was going to do something. Dick Murdoch. Now picture this. Warrior's, he was huge then.
Right.
He was 280. Jack. When he was in his prime, Vince was 250. Murdoch jacked him, had his knee in his nuts, had him hooked around the other drain right there, and had him by the throat. I saw that in the hall. I saw that. And you look at Dick Murdoch. You think he could do that to Sting? I mean, to Warrior. And you just like what? You just stop. It's just like it's off limits. You didn't go no further.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, you didn't go no further.
You want your head in the toilet.
Slater. Well, before that, Slater come back in right away. This had happened. And you come out and you kind of saw that with Warrior. You didn't know exactly what happened with Slater and Sting. And they come in and Slater says, he was all coming in, just hitting shit and all that, just hitting walls and everything. He was mad, man.
Wow.
And had paint on him. And this is Ricky Gibson and Jake asked him, they says, what happened? He goes, I just took care of one of them big road warrior fuckers. He said, which one? He goes, the blonde one. And he looks at us, me and Peterson and Carl Fergie. He goes, mainly me and Peterson, we were young guys. He says, you guys don't have, he goes, you're good boys, but you don't have respect for the body. We thought he was going to jump on us. I was just sitting there, you know, and he goes, you don't have respect for the veterans of this business. You're not worth a fuck. Get out of this business and go home. Go back to Tennessee. So he said to me. He liked me. He was cool with me, but he told me that. And I looked and I went, hey, he's cool with me, man. He hurt us too. God, you know, we're all right. You know, I was like, we're all right. That's y'all's business, you know, like that. He just like looked at us and I thought, and then he went back after him and he took the whole dressing room to keep Slater. And Murdoch too. Murdoch didn't like him either. And that's the best thing ever happened to Sting. Sting learned how to work. Warrior too. And from then on, they got better and they did nothing but make money.